What is going on YouTube and weight loss warriors? It's your boy C-Dub, and I'm back with a video to talk about why OMAD is the most flexible diet and to give you some good examples right after this. Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy C-Dub, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit about kind of the way I might have been eating before versus now, and how you can use OMAD to be similar. And before I really get started into it, I want to say that this is a video that isn't necessarily true, and I don't want to make it a depiction of what I really eat on a daily basis. I try to eat a little more clean than this. For example, today for my OMAD meal, I had some steak with some potatoes. I didn't go all crazy like this, but I just want to give you an example of how you can still lose weight and eat everything you always ate. And that sounds a little bit crazy, but we're going to dive into it. And it's a little bit on the extreme side, but it really, I think, breaks down and gives an example of how flexible, how ungodly flexible OMAD is. And how if you're doing it, you can be a little bit more on the extreme side and still lose weight. So when we're talking about a morbidly obese person and what they intake, it's a lot of calories. And I know because I am one, or I was one at least. And so we can lie about it. We can try to hide from the facts, but the facts are fast food and morbid obesity go hand in hand. And it's something that we do, and we just gain weight and not even thinking about how much calories we're actually inputting in ourselves. So if we go to McDonald's and we were to grab ourselves a breakfast, the average breakfast at McDonald's is probably around 880 calories, you know, an Egg McMuffin, some hash browns, and a juice of some sort. 888 calories in your body, something that all of us, you know, probably like. I mean, who doesn't love an Egg McMuffin? I mean, just for the record, I have not eaten at a fast food restaurant, meaning McDonald's, Burger King, Taco Bell, Wendy's, Chick-fil-A. I have not eaten in a fast food restaurant since my son was 1 year old. So even when I was morbidly obese, I cut it because I realized sometimes I was eating as many as 3 times a day in a fast food restaurant. And that's kind of the example of what I'm telling you now, what we do. And I just feel like if you think about it and you do it smart, this is what OMAD can do for you. So that's 880 calories in your first meal of the day. So then you go on to the second meal, you go back over to a McDonald's or a Burger King, and you get a double quarter pounder, a French fry, and a drink. Just a regular French fry, a regular soda, and a double quarter pounder or a double Whopper. You're now talking about, what is that, 1,700 calories you've just ingested. 1,700 calories. So with the 800 in the morning, you're starting to see how this piles up. You're already probably 500 calories over what you should have eaten in an entire day, and you're only through lunch. And then we're going for dinner. For dinner, I'm feeling steak and cheese, man. Steak and cheese, French fry, drink. Now I've added myself another 1,700 to 1,800 calories. So I'm pushing a total of 3,800 to 4,000 calories in one day. In one day, I'm pushing 4,000 calories without even thinking about it. 3,000 calories is a pound. And so if you're really looking at it and you're only burning up, I don't know, if you're really moving a little bit and stuff, 3,000 calories is a male. Female is 2,200. So you're really talking about overeating here in this situation immensely. Over 1,000 calories, that's a pound every 3 days. 1 pound every 3 days. So that weight's going to pile on after a year. You know, you're talking about, 100 pounds in a year of extra energy you've eaten. So that sounds extreme, but that's the reality of an obese person's life and what they're doing to themselves. And their bodies, as they gain weight, will burn more calories naturally. So it's kind of one of those things where they're not actually gaining 100 pounds a year, but they're gaining weight every day and piling it on. So how does OMAD come into that? And how does OMAD's flexibility come into that? And I think this is the key. And I think this is the interesting thing. So I, once again, would love for you to cut all fast food out. Just cut it all out. But if you eat 6 eggs, 4 strips of bacon, that's a lot of food. You can put them in an omelet. You can do some sausage in that omelet too. Put it in a wrap or a pita pocket or something like that. You can chow that whole thing down, multiple burritos, and eat it for less, or probably right at 1,000 calories. So now at home, I've cooked myself up 6 eggs, 4 strips of bacon, 2 sausage links. I've chopped it all up and put it into one thing. Can throw some vegetables in it and roll it up into a wrap and eat 2 or 3 wraps for 1,000 calories for my one meal. For my one meal on Monday, that's what I do, right? Let's just say. So now I ate 200 more calories than I would have eaten for breakfast. Same enjoyable food that I really liked. I can do buttermilk biscuits, and I can cook up the egg, and I can throw some bacon on top of that, and I can eat that and eat a couple sausage links for my one meal and be way under my calorie deficit. So with that extra calories that I need for a day, let's say I want to get up to 1,700 calories, so I've only eaten 1,000 there. So now we can add on top of that a smoothie. We can add on top of that maybe something we really were craving, like I don't know, some chips, something small like that, where we can keep like just a single serving bag of chips in the mix, or a peanut butter egg. And now I'm still way below my caloric intake for a day, but I got to eat that breakfast that I really loved. I don't have to miss out on it. So then instead of hitting up that double quarter pounder at McDonald's, at home, I fry up 2 hamburger patties with grass-fed meat. I get myself, a good quality bun. I can fry up an egg on top of that, cook it right there in the pan, throw it on top of the burger, maybe even cook some bacon on that hamburger. And I can do that for roughly the 880 calories that just the double quarter pounder would have cost me. Plus, instead of cooking or eating their French fries for 500 and something calories, I can cook for a couple hundred my own in the oven. And now my one meal here, I'm at about 1,200 calories for day 2 here. So I need to get that up a little bit. So maybe I can have a scoop of ice cream with that same hamburger, but I made it myself instead of getting it at McDonald's. And not only that, but I was able to add bacon, and I was able to add an egg to it, and still have a scoop of ice cream, still be under my calorie deficit for the day. So then on day 3, I really want that steak. So I cook up my steak, but instead of using just cheesy steak-em steak, I can use real legitimate steak on a hoagie bun. I can get that thing done with all the peppers and vegetables and everything I could ever want. I can put that all into a steak. I can cook me up some French fries or some hash browns in the oven, right? Or on the stove with the hash browns. I can get all of that done. I can sit down and eat all of that again for 1,600 calories or so. Then with that extra 200 calories, I can go back to a vegetable smoothie to make sure I'm getting in all my nutrition. If I'm feeling a little slippery that day, maybe I can eat a little something else, like a bag of chips or whatever, and still be at 1,800, which is losing weight for the average female on the planet. So we're really talking about the flexibility here. So sure, you took what I would have eaten when I was 310 pounds, what I would have eaten in one day, and I spread it through the course of 3 days, and I did it more healthy by fixing it myself. And that's how easy it is. Now, think about this. The McDonald's 3 meals a day, how much money that cost me. What now, $8 a pop or something? I don't know. I haven't been through fast food in a long time, but I'm guessing it's about $8 a pop. So, $8 a pop 3 times a day over the course of 3 days, guys. So you're talking about $24. So we're talking about $75 for 3 days worth of fast food eating. Now I can take that $75, I can go grocery shopping, and I can get the entire week, 7 days worth of food, 1 meal a day. I can cook it all right, and I can still eat all the foods that I love and enjoy and get that done. So I think that ultimately we look at it wrong when we think about OMAD. And everybody wants to put all these restrictions and things on you, and you're welcome to put those restrictions on yourself. Once again, all my keto people, more power to you. All my vegetarians, more power to you. All you guys that are doing special diets that can stick to that, you have so much willpower. But the average person that feels like I can't live my life without pizza. Guys, you can have 4 slices of pizza at roughly 12 to 1,600 calories. Now that day you might not be able to have a bag of chips, and it doesn't have the most nutritional value, so the next day you might want to get with a salad and you might want to work your way into some other things. But ultimately speaking, you can still have 4 strong, solid slices of pizza. Or you could veg that pizza up, eat 3 slices, and pile it with vegetables. You can do that, get your veggies in, get your good stuff in, guys, and you can still lose weight because you're still in a calorie deficit. And on top of that, if all of the fasting people are right, which again, I believe they are, you're still going to get your autophagy benefits. You're still going to get your fat burning benefits. It's still going to eat away your bad cells and eat away your the bad stuff that grows on you. And you're going to be better because of it. So this is a win-win. And that's why I choose OMAD over any other diet. You know, none of them give you that flexibility that you have with OMAD. The ability to eat and not feel guilty. You know, to go ahead and say, okay, well, if I go ahead and I have that breakfast for dinner and I keep it to 1,000 calories, man, I would love to stop on the way home and get you know, my wife and I a cupcake. You can do it. You can do it. Or man, that bowl of ice cream with the kids that I really love in the summertime, I can take them out there, you know what I mean? We can go walking and have that nice serving of ice cream. You can have it, but you just got to be smart, and you can't have your double quarter pounder with cheese, along with your Egg McMuffin, along with your steak and cheese. Go get your bowl of ice cream, and it's just you're gonna get all the problems that come with obesity, guys. It's just gonna happen. But you can do those things on a limited basis. You can spread them over a period of time, and get to eat everything you love and still lose weight. And that is why OMAD is my choice. I'm not saying it should be for you, but I wanted to give you some insight to the flexibility of OMAD and the beautiful part of OMAD. I will catch you on the next video, guys. Hey, leave me some comments. Talk to me about why you love OMAD or why you don't think OMAD is right for you. Leave me some comments about, you know, how you're going, what your weight loss is at right now, and maybe how I can help you out. All right, guys, give me a like, thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, think about hitting that button, man. And if you have subscribed, hit that bell button if you haven't done it. If you've hit the bell and you subscribed, you're my homie, man. More power to you. Everybody else, I will catch you on the next video. I will see you then. Peace.